There's that one grade that you're always mad about.
He gave me an A- in Intro to TV, and I was the standout student in that. I was teaching other people in the class how to.
Maybe he was
things.
going about your attitude because you thought you were all that in bag of chips, and
He
you weren't.
gave me and another person the same grade, which I thought was absurd. But anyway,
Because in a class, some people get the same grade.
not
Go.
deserving of the same grade.
This is the final curriculum with Logan and Jim.
All right, here we are, the last episode of season 2, episode 30. We're doing something a little different. We have a guest reviewer who's actually in the studio with us, Mr. John Kilpatrick. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm fine, Jim. How are you?
Good. We'll have you talk and explain who you are later.
You forgot to say the vinyl curriculum. You give me all this time. You give me such a hard time.
I was just fixing to say, but this episode of the Vinyl Curriculum, we're doing a review of Dear Evan Hansen, something we've done an album before, but we've never done a Broadway show. So we have 6 songs from the show. It just so happens that all 3 of us saw the local production a week or 2 ago at the Paramount Theater in Aurora, Illinois. And so we want to talk about this show.
Yay.
So Logan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I want to be very honest. Logan helped me out this morning because I had an issue with lost keys.
Multiple times. This is multiple times of me driving you around.
So he was helpful. Normally I would talk crap about him, but this time I'm going to be very nice to him for about 5 minutes. All right, so let's go to our new guest. John, tell us about yourself. I know you're an Emmy winner. Other than that,
That's really not something I ever say.
that's why I said it.
So when you meet people, you don't say, "Hi, I'm John. I won an Emmy."
I do not.
Because he says I won 3.
I don't say that. I don't say that at all. Yeah, no, I'm just a nobody, just a professor here at Lewis.
And so the reason Logan's the way he is probably because of you. You taught
Probably.
him. You taught him the most.
Well, I mean, yeah, I had him I had Logan for 2 years. So,
Yeah.
2
You're lucky
years
it wasn't
plus
4.
1 semester.
You're
yeah,
lucky
if
it
it was
wasn't 4.
4 semesters, I probably would.
No, 40 years.
Or 4 years, I would have whipped him into shape.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's why he's not better. Because
correct.
you would have
I was only here for 2.
We only had so much time to mold him, and we could only break off half the mold that he had created before he got here.
Just think of me as a big old chunk of Play-Doh, moldable. I've been coachable, moldable,
John Kilpatrick, though, is an alumni of Lewis University.
alumnus.
Alumnus.
Alumnus
Because
is
he's
singular.
a male.
No, alumnus is singular. Alumni is plural.
He's an alum. He's an alum. How about
And
if I
alum,
just
yeah.
shorten it so we don't have to worry about it?
Sure.
And he's worked here decades.
Forever.
32 years.
32 years. And he is the director of,
Television operations.
yes.
The director of television operations.
Yes.
Is there a lot of television operations here at Lewis University, John?
There is. We do an extensive amount of television coverage.
Yes.
Of all of our sports and activities on campus, and students learn about all kinds of video productions.
Right.
Yes.
Why we're here.
So,
And podcasting. There's
And
other
Yes.
there's other things too,
Correct.
not just TV. So,
John is a man on campus. You see him everywhere.
yeah.
Doing a little bit of everything. So thank you, John, for your service to Lewis University. All right. So
But we're not talking about John today.
No,
We're
this
talking
is
about Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Evan Hansen.
The show that we all saw in Aurora. It was excellent.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we should start off by grading the show, because I wanted to get all the talk about the show off first. Well, as much as we can, because
I think we should play a song first because I think people get tired of talking. I think we should play a song first and then do it.
I don't like that.
So the way we did it, each one of us picked 2 songs.
Yes.
And I think we have mutual songs that we probably might have picked the same things, but we did 6 songs. So I think the first one is you, Logan.
Oh, all right. We don't have a sheet today, though, do we?
No.
Okay.
It's called Anyone Have a Map? Anybody
have a map? Yeah, it was. It's one of the first songs of the show. I think the first song.
I think it is the first song.
Kind of smack right as the show opens. Yeah, I don't know. That's really all I have to say about it. Maybe let's listen to it and then I'll give my thoughts about it.
Okay.
And then John came very prepared and wrote thoughts down.
He's
Much
he's
more
a
prepared
professional.
than
He's a
I am.
professional.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Anybody have a map?
All right.
Have you been writing those letters to yourself? Dear Evan Hansen, this is going to be a good day, and here's why.
I started one.
Okay.
Those letters are important, honey. They're going to help you build your confidence.
I guess.
Can we try to have an optimistic outlook? Huh? Anybody maybe happen to know how the hell to do this? I don't know if you can tell, but this is me just pretending to know. So where's the map? I need a clue, 'cause the scary truth is I'm flying blind, and I'm making this up as I go.
High quality.
Are you seeing John over there bouncing around? He is.
He's loving
into it.
He's loving it. He's loving it. Yeah, no, I think I think my initial thoughts of the show, first of all, were just it was very heavy, right? The whole show is very heavy.
Yep.
So as we've established before on the show, my choice of songs was some of the more upbeat songs of the show, right?
Yep.
So this was kind of the first one. This was kind of the introduction to the whole show, right? And you know, it kind of introduces the two families, like some of the main characters, and just has some good energy. You know, I liked it. And so I don't know, how are we going to grade these songs? Since I brought you two want to grade?
You go ahead. What I would assume that since if we picked the song, we liked it.
Well, I wouldn't assume.
Oh, we don't want to assume that then. Okay.
I don't think we should assume that, Jim.
I give it an A. I love the song. And I think it's a good opening act to help introduce, because there are other things going on that you don't hear in the song. You're seeing all the characters kind of. So I think it was a good opening act. Upbeat, sets the stage.
Right.
A.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw it makes me want to bounce around. I mean, it's that good of a song. I mean, I think that's the tough part about this is the topic is heavy. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's the topic of the show.
Yeah, the topic of the show is heavy, but I think that it just has a lot to say. And so
have you seen it before, or was this the first time?
I had seen it before.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But Logan, this was your first time.
This is my first time live. I've seen the movie.
Well, and that's what I said. That's what I was going to say. I've seen the movie. That was my first time seeing the show.
How close was the movie to the show?
Not at all.
Close at all.
Not at all.
That's why a lot of times I don't
Which
like
is great.
movies,
I mean, it was good to see the show. I mean, and it was a really well done performance.
So what did you give it then? An A?
I would give it an A.
Okay.
For that song.
Yeah, I'd give it an A.
Okay.
You know, I know we're not talking about the show, like rating the show necessarily, but we had on our performance, we had a little bit of a faux pas.
Yeah.
In
Never
our
happened
show
that before.
Where about halfway through the second act, they had a voice of God came over the speakers and said, "All the actors off the stage," and we're like, "What is happening?" And they turned the lights on, and they had some sort of malfunction with the prop. So
and the mom was coming down the stairs, and the couch came out, and she hopped up on the platform that had the couch, and then it started going off, and she hopped right off, and she's singing the whole time. And then they're like, Paramount. Didn't they say like Paramount Patrons? Well, we're going to take a break, and or something. We're like, what the?
Yeah.
But then everybody clapped
So
because
did
they
they
were
pick up at the same time?
They kind of went back up the stairs and came back. But the guy next to me, we were talking during it, he went and saw Groundhog Day, and they had to start from the beginning of the second act. Like he said it's kind of fitting because Groundhog Day.
Right. Doing same day over and over again.
That's funny.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So solid A.
My wife and I saw it in Chicago earlier too, and my wife didn't want to go back. Like she just
because it was too heavy.
Heavy for her. She didn't watch Titanic. I mean, it's one of those things she just doesn't. But she'll watch The Notebook and cry her face off. But she won't.
She's probably seen The Notebook about 20 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is called Waving Through a Window. This is one I picked.
Can we before we?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But I just wanted to point out that Jim has not picked any very popular songs for your show. And this is the most popular song in the show. So I was kind of shocked that this was one of your choices. Because I'm like, well, Jim he likes to pick the odd songs.
Crap. He likes to pick
I'm making an assumption.
Is what he likes to pick.
I'm making an assumption that most people have not heard these songs. That's why.
Well,
but
you make a lot of
like
assumptions.
last week when we were doing Going Solo, I sent our guest reviewer, George, a list of 10 songs, and he's like, I know 7 of them. I'm like, well, then I'm going to send you a whole nother list, because why am I going to, if he knows the song, it kind of defeats the purpose. That's why I don't go with the most common typically. There's a reason behind it.
Okay.
And your reason sucks.
Well, no. Anyway, this is Waving Through a Window, and this is the main character's kind of first song where he's explaining what's going on in his life and how he has a tendency to feel like he's on the outside looking in. So, Waving Through a Window, the guy who sings this is Ben Platt, who was very famous for this role.
Yeah.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, on the outside, always
Put it,
looking
Popeyes
in,
keep your chicken warm.
What was that? Can we get that one more time?
No.
Can we get that one more time?
No.
Yeah. What is this? This one is looking through a window?
Waving Through a Window.
Waving through a window? Yeah, that's good. I like it. It's upbeat. This was probably one of my top 5 from the show. This was almost one that I picked because I wanted to listen again before I gave you my 2 songs. Mm-hmm. Some of the songs I had to skip, and we'll get to that.
Of course you did.
But this was one of the top contenders for songs that I was going to pick. So I think I'll go A- just because it has some of the lower parts in it, and the topic again is very heavy. You always talk about listening to the words. You listen to these words. This is not exactly an uplifting song.
But that's okay. Anyway, I'm tired of you.
All right, well, then you're really going to be tired of me because I had it as an A- as well.
Okay. The Bopsy twins over here.
It wasn't my most favorite song.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize it's the most popular song, but it's
A-
not my most
is a
favorite.
good grade. It's
Yeah.
not. A- is a good grade.
That's 2 A's for Logan.
No, you got A-.
Yes, but anyway,
the reason I like it is it's still kind of upbeat and everything, but the lyrics are very they kind of hit hard of what this kid's going through. Setting the stage, you don't really know everything, but yeah, I don't know. I just love it, and you're right, it's very popular, and I think what I like about the show in general is it is heavy, but there's some really funny parts. So they do a great job of any good movies that way. Like if it's a sad movie, you got to help people out a little bit. So you kind of bring them around, and they had some second characters on here that were great, who's going to be on this next song, that kind of help you tolerate it. So
I don't know. I feel like that was probably one of the ones that I was most familiar with. Like I saw the movie probably 10 years ago, and so I wasn't really privy to a lot of the songs. Like on the second go around, like I couldn't. But that one was one where I was like, okay, that one was vaguely familiar. So I don't know if I've just seen that other places. Like I don't know when it was. Sometimes I watch a lot of like award show clips, like from the Tonys and stuff. And I don't know if that was performed at the Tonys or something, but it sounds like something
probably
that might have been, but yeah, and that's early in the show too, right?
It's number 2. We're kind of in order right
that-
now. 1, 2, and this was going to be 3.
Yeah. Some
And
of
the
these
next one's gonna
earlier
be 4.
songs, the earlier songs, I think are a little bit more lively, I guess.
Yeah. And I think most of these are the first half. And there's a song at the end that's the tearjerker at the end, but the second half is definitely stuff's happening, and it's It's more emotional.
There was the people that were sitting next to us at the show had never seen the show before, and the lady goes to Jim. Of course, Jim talks to everybody. He talked to the wall if there was nobody.
We were doing this during the break,
during the awkward pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I think this was at intermission because he at one point the lady says, "Yeah, this is really sad."
No, I said, "What do you think?" And she's like, and I said, and she said, "Is the second half going to be like as sad as the first?" And I'm like, yeah. So
that was at intermission because she asked about
that's
the
right.
second half.
That's true.
And I took my friend to see it, and she had already seen the performance once at the Paramount. And when I looked over, she was crying throughout the performance. And so,
We were leaving and we went to this pizza joint afterwards, and we were walking down the street, and this lady was. We were talking about it or something, and she started talking to us about it. And
Again,
she's like,
Jim just talks. Nobody's listening. He just talks to talk.
But you're just at a random pizza place. You're just talking.
No,
to
this
we're
is
on our way
This
to
is
it.
on the
On
sidewalk.
the
This
street.
is just
So you're
the sidewalk.
somebody on the street.
we're all leaving from the show, so we had this thing. Anyway, the woman's like, there was a lady behind her crying so loud that she couldn't even hear. She said she was kind of
loud crying, like
yeah. And so she said it's
she
very
was
distracting.
possessed,
So
you
she
know.
was a little upset about it.
yeah.
All right, this is the next one. This is you again, Logan. This is Sincerely Me.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so they're at one point they have to. It's Evan and his cousin, or like one of the secondary characters, who have to like write, some emails from this person from another friend that were supposed to be to Evan, and so they're kind of trying to figure out what that whole dynamic is, right?
Well, they're to Connor and Evan. So they start by writing the song. The first one is to Connor from Evan,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Or was it
the first one was from Connor
This is too
Evan.
complicated. People might have to go read the
Well,
Wikipedia
just
synopsis.
listen.
of this.
You'll listen to the song. We'll listen
Yeah.
to the song. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Let the song speak for itself. Okay?
Sincerely Me.
Sincerely me. I love it.
Sincerely, comma me.
Dear Evan Hansen, we've been way too out of touch. Things have been crazy, and it sucks that we don't talk that much. But I should tell you that I think of you each night. It's all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely me. Are we done yet? 'Cause all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely me. My sister's hot. What the hell? My bad. Dear Evan Hansen.
What?
Thanks for every note you sent.
I can't say that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
That's not supposed to do that.
It
And
is
I
not
power
supposed to
cycled
do
the board
It is not
beforehand.
supposed to do
So
that.
see, it's not me. I'm doing what I should be doing here.
It's you.
No,
No, it's not.
it's not.
I give
Yeah.
that an A because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It is. Yeah.
It's probably one of the funniest songs in the show. It's not a funny show, as we've established.
Well,
it's pretty heavy.
I
But
don't know. They purposely have a lot of humor because of this guy,
yeah.
this friend,
Yeah.
paid friend. Like his friends, parents are friends.
No,
So-
they're related.
No,
That's why I said cousin. I'm pretty sure they're
I don't
related.
think it was their moms work together, and if he's friends with Evan Hansen, then he gets his phone bill paid or something.
Yeah, he does get something paid.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was, that's at least the joke behind it.
yeah. I don't think they're
Something paid
related.
to
I
be
think
your-
it's fake friends.
Yeah.
So, would you
Okay.
like to say that you were wrong on?
No, I'm going on the Dear Evan Hansen wiki page.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So, what'd you give it, John?
I would give it an A. It's just too much. It's just too much fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it kind of sets the stage.
Did you see that?
yeah.
I'm not crazy.
At least
I
that
am
was
not
a smooth
crazy.
transition, unlike anything you've ever done. All right, what'd you give it, Logan?
I gave it an A. I was the one that picked it.
Well, I said
No,
that.
but I don't.
I said we're
That's
going to
true.
assume that. John said you
yeah.
cannot
I
make
purposely
assumptions.
did not pick something.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But yeah, it was the key about that though. It was an escape of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early in the show, because that was like that was right, right after the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was telling this to Logan. I listened to this Broadway soundtrack way before I ever saw the show, and the movie wasn't even out at the time. I didn't realize that there was two moms. You think about you're just listening to music,
Right.
And I didn't realize that Connor kept coming back. So I always thought it was Evan and his friend.
Oh.
It was like it just didn't. And then once I saw the show, I'm like, oh.
How did you not at the beginning though? That first song that we played, the moms sing in harmony together. So how do you do that with one person?
I don't know. Could it be some? When we saw, they had like in this place, they had people on the.
They had like offstage singers, which was interesting.
Right, that never came on the stage, and they didn't even come out to bow. So I wonder, was that all recorded? Surely they don't have to go in there and sing. But that's who the understudies are. They're people who were singers.
I'll bet they're singing in the wings.
Can't they at least come out and like walk through and say hi?
Yeah.
Probably not, because it's just not enough time.
Yeah.
I thought it was, I remember thinking before I knew that there were people off stage. I was like, man, it sounds like there's a lot more people singing than are on stage right now. But obviously,
sometimes
my
a little too
keen
loud.
observation skills right there.
It's a little too loud. Sometimes.
And the only reason I'd say they have to be there is because it's a live performance, and you're not going to be able to. It's not timeable like that. They're gonna.
Yeah.
It might be though, because he was talking about what is it? Groundhog Day is all timed out. That's why they had to start.
That's why
back at the
over.
beginning of the second act.
Yeah. So I guess
that's the danger of that if something goes wrong.
But
all right. So the next one is called Requiem. This is one I picked. I know Logan's going to hate it, but this is it's the gentleman who passed away. It's his mom and dad and his sister. And they're all saying, I will sing no Requiem. Like, I'm not going to do this death. I'm not going to do this because he died. And the dad and the dad has his reasoning. The daughter has her reasoning. The sister has her reasoning, and the mom has her reasoning. They're all different. And it's just emotional. And that's why it got me teary-eyed. There's a couple of times I get teary-eyed, and this was one of them. So we'll see what y'all think about Requiem.
Why should I play this game of pretend? Remembering through a secondhand sorrow, such a great son and wonderful friend. Oh, don't the tears just pour? I could curl up and hide in my room.
I gave you the world, you threw it away, leaving these broken pieces behind you. Everything wasted, nothing to say, so I can sing no requiem.
I hear your voice and feel you near.
I will sing no Requiem.
What does Requiem mean? I don't even know what it means.
I know, like in classical songs, like they called it the Requiem, and it was always, was it Black Friday, Good Friday, like the death, and we would sing it in choirs, and it's very powerful, and I think that's a Requiem.
You don't even know. You're supposed to know these things.
It has to do with
picked
death.
the song.
Well, I picked the song because they wrote it.
He picked the song because it's a good song.
It's a great song, and it's emotional.
I didn't say great. I said good song.
It's a great song. It's emotional. I sing this in the car, and the father, his harmonies were amazing.
Yeah.
I think the daughter's voice on this recording especially was,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, the live performance, it amazes me with just the instruments, you know, the amount of instruments that are used.
And they have it live. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
They're all down there.
There's a
and
pit.
In the pit with the live conductor.
Yeah, and it's not expensive at all.
We're talking about the Aurora
The
Paramount.
season tickets, you get 2 and you
Not
get 2
sponsored.
free. So you're paying like $130 for 4 tickets for our seats, which per person, which is nothing.
Not sponsored.
And that's one show or 4 shows?
For 4 shows.
4 shows, yeah.
I mean, that's nothing.
No, and we had really good seats. We were like right on the first row of the break, like down the aisle.
Yeah.
So like kind of next to where the lighting council was.
And that gives me leg room.
Those seats are not spacious.
No,
though.
they're not
Those
spacious.
are. I mean, you're wedged in there like a sardine.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm thin and we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah.
That you were,
That
you were
reminds me-
spilling over into my chair.
This
So
has
then
nothing
I
to do
was
with
like,
anything. I have friends who were it's a couple and they're not like me. They're smaller. And he was sitting at church and he had a spot for his wife and it hadn't started. I wanted to go talk to him. So I went and sat down where she would have sat. And I was like halfway sitting on. I said, sorry, Pat, I didn't realize that you were making room for your wife and not for someone my size. Cause I was like sitting halfway on him. Poor guy was just traumatized. But anyway. All right, I'm giving it an A, and I'm going to probably add a half a grade to whatever you say because I know you're probably not going to be nice.
I think he was referring to you, Logan.
yeah.
Let's do John first.
Okay, so I'm going to say B+.
Oh my God! All right, why?
And just because it is a little bit slower, and maybe it's me, but I don't. I'm against the theme, the idea behind it. So maybe that I'm just thinking too much into it. So
What are you talking about?
Like, because they don't want to honor him. They don't want to make up a story to honor him. And I
Right.
just felt like, you know, I don't know.
well,
somebody's passed away.
But they're still in the grief phase. I mean, they're still
I
in that
guess.
grief phase. So the anger and the questioning and all that stuff.
I mean, that's why I'm giving it a B+.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not a bad grade.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. Again, I don't think it's something that I would. I mean, I can't like dance to it.
Oh God! Are you a singer? Like, do you sing the songs?
Oh, you have people.
See, that's why I love slow songs.
People are scared when they drive by my car
Yeah.
because like, yesterday, when I left here last night, I listened to the playlist again. That was my 5th time to listen to it.
Oh, imagine that! And Logan probably heard it
And-
0.75 times.
And I actually texted Logan, not while I was driving it, when it was a stoplight. That
Sure.
I texted him and said, "Oh boy, the lightning is crazy last night when I was driving home." But that my windows were wide open, and because it was a beautiful night, and I had the songs blasting,
Yeah.
and I'm singing. I love to sing.
Yeah.
But see, I love the slow songs because then I do harmony and it's just a different kind of singing. But yeah,
Right.
I'm a singer.
I'm going to go B-. I think it was.
Hit it again, please.
It was.
That's just rude.
It was powerful.
Turn it up.
It's up. It's not working. See, he's pressed the buttons. They're not working. I don't know. I felt like it was slow, which is it would have been a lower grade, I think, had I not seen it live.
That I with you, I 100% believe you
Yeah,
because that is so.
because I think that aspect of it gave me another kind of touch point for that song. You know, for me to like associate with. Hey, this is what was going on, you know, and visualize that in my mind. So I think that
You see
kinda
all their
helped.
facial expressions
Right,
during the
right,
performance,
right.
so that does draw out some emotion.
Yes.
Emotion.
It's hard for him
From
to understand
Logan.
that thing. Yeah, but you think about it though, when you're doing the bouncing around stuff, they can't tell you the pain that they're going through. So you have the emotion. Sometimes, you know, I've heard classical songs that with no words and you still feel the emotion because it can just move you. And
Yeah.
so, okay.
But I don't know. I still feel like I don't know. I feel like even if it didn't have words, like you're talking about classical songs, I feel like I could almost relate better to that because I mean I've told you before I'm not really listening to what the words are, you know.
But you are when you're in a show.
Well, yes, but to a certain extent, because at a certain point it's hard for me to understand what the words are just because my hearing isn't good. So again, I end up just listening to the music part of it. So like the classical music is almost easier for me to affect me because there's no words and it doesn't matter what, there's nobody saying anything. So it doesn't matter what people are saying, you know. It's just like feel the beat, you know, feel the music. Yeah.
Have you ever been to opera? Because they will put the lyrics like across the top.
No.
It's interesting. And so you find yourself, and then it's like they're singing all this stuff, and it just says, I love you. Because they're just saying it over and over and over.
They're translating.
Yeah. It's like watching, do you watch Netflix do you watch shows with the closed captioning on?
Always.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
When you get older, you have to. But Shogun, did you ever see that series?
No.
It is so good.
No. Nobody's seen that series.
It was Oscar and Emmy and all that stuff.
The Bee's Knees back in the
No, this is
before
recent.
time.
This is last year. Shogun.
He watches a lot of stuff.
I watch
like
a lot
every
of
time
stuff.
I watch something, I'm like, did you see
you
this?
gotta watch it. It's Japanese though, like in Japanese.
Well, I watch a lot of stuff that's all different foreign languages.
All right, I will send you the link because the guy won an Emmy for best. No, it was a lady who won it. And I remember the Shogun with David Carradine or somebody. Wasn't that like in the 70s? Maybe not. I don't know.
I wasn't alive in the 70s. I'm sorry that you were.
You were born in the 70s, you little. I don't like
You were
people who
born in
don't
the
tell truth.
60s, were you not?
I was born in the 60s.
69.
Yeah. The summer of 69.
Yep.
He just came out and said what that song was about.
I didn't know that, and I don't want to know what it's about. I
Yeah,
don't
maybe that's for
care.
another episode.
Yeah.
Because I never understood.
On the
'cause
vinyl curriculum.
he is much younger than he wasn't around in '69. I never understood that, but I think I understand now.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now the last two are the two that John picked.
Which I think is kind of wrong. That my picks were the last two, but
Well, normally
We're
we
just
don't
going
let
in
guests,
order.
normally we don't let guests pick songs.
No. Right.
So we just make them
And this-
listen. Like when we had Harold on, Harold's been you're only our second in-person guest.
Yeah.
By the way, you should feel honored. I'll sign an autograph for you if you want, but
He should be signing the autograph for you. He's our guest.
Yes, but I don't think that's how that works. Like when people, you know.
you're much more famous than I am.
Yeah, because we have 3 Emmys.
Yes.
By the way, we just saw Mackenzie, who did the Hard Rock, and we think we're going to have in the third semester, we think we're going to have her give us 6 songs.
This was wild. Jim was like
And have her
brushing
here.
garbage, and his keys were dripping garbage juice
Before the
as we
fob
were
broke,
talking. Yeah.
before that, we were talking, and we'll have her in the show too. So she'll be our third.
Yeah. Third in-person guest.
Okay, so you want to say anything about If I Could Tell Her?
I mean, I really enjoyed the song. Obviously it's Evan trying to tell Connor's sister what Connor thinks of him, but it's really not. It's Evan trying to tell how he feels about her.
Yeah.
But he's lying to her.
And he has issues with interaction,
Right.
just
He's
in general.
social issues.
Yeah.
And this was his way to be able to tell her how he feels through Connor's words.
All right, here we go.
This, would you believe it or not, this was my other top 5 song. This was one of my other almost considerations for this song. I listened to this song probably almost more than some of the ones, even the ones that I picked.
No, it's a good one.
So, yeah, let's take a listen. Here on the vinyl curriculum.
He thought I was awesome. My brother.
Definitely.
How?
Well, he said, there's nothing like your smile, sort of subtle and perfect and real. He said, you never knew how wonderful that smile could make someone feel. If I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her,
It just seems
showed like the face over and over, and they were like doing that. And, you know, I thought it was a little weird.
You can continue talking. This is good conversation. They were comparing the shows from Aurora and Chicago, and Jim was not impressed.
No, I just said it
So much for
bothered
not
me a little
talking
bit.
about the show.
The Chicago,
We keep talking about the show.
The way Chicago did it was better, but the way Chicago did it is a bigger production. Like the ones
More
that come
money
through
involved
Chicago,
in there, yeah.
and they're there longer and everything. But
Yeah.
all right, John, what do you think?
This is my A.
A.
Yeah, because if I could tell her, because I just think, I mean, when you listen to the music, it starts a little slow, right, and then it just builds and keeps building and keeps building, and it's just you can't help but not want to bounce and enjoy it.
Everything goes back to bouncing.
I'm
For
sorry.
you two,
If I'm,
I like.
you gotta enjoy the music. And
Yeah.
but
No.
I don't have to bounce to enjoy music. That's my
Yeah.
whole thing. Is it can
not
be a very
sitting on a
slow
yoga
song,
ball.
and I can do it.
But there's a couple different situations where I could visualize myself listening to that song. In the car, for example, in the shower,
You've never brought up the shower.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, you listen to music in the shower?
Yeah. Do you
I do
not?
too.
I do not.
I just do it on my phone.
Oh, that's the best.
I do it on my
Nicole's
phone.
like, why are you always, who are you talking to in the shower? I'm like, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm singing. That's that.
We're going to get her to record
Acoustics.
audio of him singing.
Wouldn't that be great?
The acoustics in the bathroom for
Are
some reason.
amazing.
I don't know if it, and the steam just feels good on the vocal cords, So
Do you
it just-
remember? Do you ever watch the Flintstones?
Yeah.
There was an episode where Fred had a great, like, whenever he was in the shower, it sounded like opera. And so he was famous, but then when he would go, they wanted him to sing in public. It was terrible. So they had to make a shower scene. And then he was singing this opera.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that, but it was a flashback.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Logan,
I think I'd have to go A for that one.
all right, I'm looking at your
Just
two
move me a
grades
little
just to
bit.
make sure. Yes. No, there was, so far, your four out of five are exactly the same.
Oh, really? Your
They call
camera's
that-
tilting down. What's up with that?
They call that
What's
bosom
tilting
buddies.
Your camera, look at it's cutting your head off now.
Oh, maybe because I don't know.
He's so
Too close.
particular.
I know. Well, someone's got to be particular. You're surely not paying
I got
attention.
my pretty light.
Yeah, this.
Yeah. Very, very lightest.
Now, the
Light-
last
lightitious.
one, we'll try to get back on track here. The last one, John, is called So Big, So Small.
Yep.
What do you have to say about that one?
Okay, so obviously this is a difficult song for me as a single parent. So it brings a lot out for me, and that's why I listen to it. That's why I wouldn't say it's my favorite. And that's why I said I picked a song. And I actually picked this song because I know that Logan was not going to like it. I mean, literally, I listened to all the songs, and before he picked his, I was like, oh, I'll pick that one because he's going to hate it. He's never going to pick it. And I just, so I'm taking it from a different point of view. I mean, as a single parent, I can imagine the emotions that she was going through.
Very emotional.
And imagine what a child goes through. And so when you think about it, like all of Evan Hansen's social issues are because of what happened earlier on in life with his parents.
Yeah.
And so, as a parent, I just hope that I didn't cause that effect to my kids. So that's why I picked this song. And yes, it is slower, but I still think it has some strong points to it.
Yeah.
And I would also say I felt for the mom because she was working all the time because she was a single mom. The ex-husband was had a different spouse, a different family. There wasn't much involved. And so she's doing what she could do, but at the same time, she was not able to give him some of the things he needed. And this pseudo family or substitute family were, and it was just it killed her when she found that out. It was just like, and then this is kind of right after that, this song. Anything else you want to say about
Is
it?
this right after then when the issue happened?
This is when everybody knows everything, and he goes home. And the mom,
with her.
Yeah.
With the mom is at the house, at Connor's house, and then they go home. Or no?
I think the mom left, and then he goes home. So
This is right before the issue in the show that we saw, because that's right.
No, that the issue was with that song.
Whatever. Okay.
Good for you.
I'm hyper analyzing here. Yeah.
Good for you. That was when he found out about the parents and stuff, but
Yeah.
she didn't know about everything imploding. And this is after everything was imploding.
They'd find
Evan's
out.
family found out about it. Then he went home. She
Connor's
saw
family
it.
found out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Connor's family found out, and then she went home. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a complicated show, but so
Yeah.
big slash so small.
Slash with the characters every time.
You have to.
It was a February day when your dad came by before going away. A U-Haul truck in the driveway. The day it was suddenly real. I told you not to come outside, but you saw that truck and you smiled so wide. A real live truck in your driveway. We let you sit behind the wheel. So small, the house felt so big, and I knew there would be moments that I'd miss, and I knew there would be space I couldn't fill, and I knew I'd come up short a million different ways, and I did. When it all feels so big, till it all feels so small. When it all feels so big, till it all feels so small. Till it all feels so small.
Yeah.
Great
think-
song.
We were talking about that was one of the most emotional ones
Yep.
during the whole show, and I think that was the closest I came to actually crying. That was
Have
the
you ever
closest
cried,
that I'd come to feeling a real emotion. I almost felt like a real boy, or a real emotion, and it just. I don't know. That was the truck thing. I like the truck thing. That was like a,
That was-
the-
that
I think
was a
you just
sad one.
avoided Jim's question. Have you ever cried?
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you cry
I think so.
when you got engaged? Probably not.
What am I, a weenie? No, I didn't cry when I
Oh.
got engaged. What are you talking about crying when I got engaged? Nicole did, of course.
Oh, yeah, because she
Yes.
realized
'Cause
what
she's
she
like,
just
she's stuck
gave
with me
away.
forever. Yeah. No, I've maybe at a funeral, maybe. I
Yeah.
think.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. Funeral, probably. The grandparents.
Okay. Well, that's a start. I gave it an A. Love it. Very sad, but it's okay. You can have a sad song and love it.
Yeah.
You can have a slow song and love it. But the story, it was effective, is what it did. It just showed she's just saying, "I'm with you. I've always been here for you. I'm not leaving." And even though we were kind of talking about this, she was doing the best she could, but doing it by herself it wasn't great. And that's all she could do. I mean, what else could she do?
Yeah, there's nothing she could do.
No.
I'm an A minus. Again, I mean, it's slower, but I did, like I said, I enjoyed the guitar in this song. It was just beautiful, and that's important to me. I mean, the rhythm is nice.
Yeah.
But it's just slower. And if I look at my notes, it says, yes, it's slow, Logan.
Yeah,
Another part about being slow, though, is easier for you to understand the lyrics. Like,
Correct.
it's very clear what she's saying.
Right.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I noticed kind of about the whole show too. Was kind of a lot of piano and guitar, and a lot of the songs similar. Like if you would have now, I guess knowing kind of the vibe, or like if I had heard some of the songs and I had then not seen the whole show or whatever, and then heard another song from the show, I could have said that one is from Dear Evan Hansen, which I think is kind of the, the way it is for Broadway musicals, where it's like they have kind of a similar sound throughout a lot of the songs. So,
are you saying all this just to try to come up with a grade?
No.
What is your grade?
B, a solid B. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, I think I said this for our Broadway episode, that Broadway musicals, in general, I feel better about Broadway musicals than just bad songs that you normally pick. So I think just in general, any musical song will be higher than your normal.
Oh, there's a many
tomfoolery.
musical songs I would give you that you would hate.
Okay, but I just I'm talking about in generalities here.
Yeah.
In general, there tend to be higher, right? It's slower than I would like, but again, I saw the show, which is helpful for me to have something to associate with the song. I'm not asking for your opinion on that grade.
That's 100. I'm just saying, right now, I guarantee you, if we had listened to this without you seeing the show, I can only imagine how low that grade would have been.
A D.
Yes. Because first of all, you wouldn't have even listened to the playlist. Now, I am curious. I have the whole list up now of the whole album. You said you skipped some songs.
Yeah. I'd have to look at the list. Let me pull it up while you keep talking.
Well, if I could tell, Disappear.
Yeah, I skipped that. I do.
To Break in a Glove.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, that's the one with the dad.
The dad, the interaction between him and the dad. He didn't get to have it with his own son. Connor didn't respect that gift.
I have three. I have three songs that I have liked that are in my playlist, and the other one is Only Us.
Yeah.
I love that. Just a love song. And it's just, they're singing, sitting on the bed, and it's Evan Hansen and his new girlfriend now. And it's just a great love song.
On the bed of the dead brother. Yeah. The dead brother.
A little weird.
Right.
That's not weird at all.
No.
But yeah. So is Laura Dreyfus related to
Richard?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
I don't know. It might be Richard Dreyfus. You know who Richard Dreyfus in Jaws?
No. Well, I probably would. I've seen Jaws, so yes.
He was the guy.
Which guy?
There's
main
two
guy.
guys.
There's two
The
guys.
scientist.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the beard.
Who's the other guy?
I don't know. The guy.
Roy
the guy on the
Schneider.
boat.
Roy Schneider. Yeah.
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 I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a very good movie. It
Yeah,
just
well,
scared the
you don't-
absolute crap out of me, though. When the head popped out,
Yeah, whatever.
scared me
You're
half to death.
any sort of video movement. You're just
No, I saw Jaws when I was probably 12. I don't know, early, like 77. I don't know. I'm just
Who wrote the music for Jaws?
John Williams.
Is this John Williams?
yeah.
But I saw it at the Lyric, which was the old, it's almost like the Rialto, but it was a theater still. And then like 2 weeks later, we went to Gulf Shores because we would go every year, and I would not go past my waist. And my father was so mad at me, but it scared that movie. In Gulf Shores, it's Gulf of Mexico, so you can't see. It's not clear. And I was scared to death because of that dadgum movie. I
does that make
will
you
not
feel?
go on a raft in the ocean. I will not go parasailing in the ocean.
you cast away. Why are you going on a raft in the
People
ocean
always
for?
like lay out, and then you have to. The problem is you got to.
You don't lay out in the ocean. There's too many waves in the ocean.
Logan, have you ever been to Gulf of Mexico? There are times where it's calm,
No.
or once you go where there's no braking, you're just doing this. But then the current always comes down, and so you got to get out and walk back up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, undertow will pull you out.
Yeah. People do it all the time. We would do inner tubes,
Yeah,
and then we
anyway,
would crash and on purpose.
Talk about getting back on track. Dear Evan Hansen, as an album, I think I'd give it B+.
Okay.
I think I'd give it B+.
Yeah, I'd give the album an A.
I would give the album an A.
I mean,
It's great. I'd give the show an A.
Yeah.
the show in general or the show at the Paramount? I mean, I guess.
I would say both. I mean, I think it was an A, but I think the one in Chicago was better. But they were both really good.
Yeah. I think I'd give it a B+. Or no, I think I'd give the show an A-. Just because some of the visuals were very impressive with the screens and everything,
Right.
the projection onto the scrim was a fan. I was a fan of that. I liked when we came into the theater and there was just a single spotlight on the seat. I thought that was a nice way to kind of introduce people to the show, you know. Yeah,
I've seen a couple shows at the theater, and I got to be honest. Every time I go, I think, I want to get season seats. I mean, it seems like something we should enjoy.
Yeah,
and
I've never seen anything I dislike. Even things I didn't. You know, when you buy season tickets, okay, I got to go see this one, and one was Frozen, and I thought,
yes, I saw Secret of My Success, and that was interesting.
But I love Frozen.
I'm familiar.
I didn't think I would. The only one I didn't. We got Cats, and I've seen Cats, and I'll never see Cats again. And then we gave those tickets away because I'm like, I don't ever have to see that show again. Have you ever seen Cats?
I have not. I was just talking. I'm not sure if I was talking to Logan or somebody, but I have not seen Hamlet.
Oh, I haven't seen
Hamilton.
Hamilton. I've never seen Hamilton.
Oh, have you seen it? Like is it Apple TV?
Yeah,
it's
I
Disney
saw that.
Plus. Disney Plus.
Disney
Plus,
that's what it is.
Okay, so then I've seen it that way.
It's just same thing. How about Come From Away?
I've
Yeah,
never
we
seen
talked
Come
about
From
that.
Away.
And it's same thing. They just recording as you go. So unlike the Dear Evan Hansen movie where they just kind of go off.
Went on their own way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. So I think it's a successful end of this season.
I think so. And I think we didn't give John a grade.
I think John gets an A, of course. He did great.
I think he gets an A too, since you at least saw the show. I mean, the least you could do if you're going to review the musical is at least go see the show. So,
and listen to the playlist. And I appreciate
Multiple
your
times.
diligence and you're doing your homework. When you know you're.
I thought I should. I
you're
want
a
my students
teacher.
to do the same thing.
Yeah, you're a teacher. You understand.
and I
the
definitely did
importance.
every assignment just like that.
You know what? We're not even going to get talking about grades because there's that one grade that you're always mad about. But
People
The A
understand
minus
that
in intro to
Logan.
First
TV
effort.
is ridiculous. I still can't believe that. That's a bunch of
What?
hokum. He gave me an A minus in intro to TV, and I was the standout student in that. I was teaching other people in the class how to.
Maybe he
do
was
things.
going about your attitude because you thought you're all that in bag of chips and
He
you
gave
weren't.
me and another person the same grade, which I thought was absurd. But anyway,
because in a class, some people get the same grade. I mean,
I think, John,
he was not,
I
we were
would
not
go-
deserving of the same grade in that. That was
between the two of you. I
ruined
would
my
understand.
4.0
I would
GPA.
trust John.
I do want to say thank you for doing a second season of this show because it was definitely great to enjoy.
You're welcome.
I think having guests was fun.
Yeah, I think it added a lot. I like the shorter season. I think it gives people an easier time to digest all of the episodes that we're doing. And I do like the guests. I think it helps add another perspective who can more deeply analyze the music than I'm physically able to. But then I can make fun of the guests. So,
Well, maybe next season we can have more of your friends do it, Logan.
well, we're working on that. They've been not coming through for me. So.
I think you should do a spouses show.
Yes, there we go. We'll get both
if
of
we
them
do
in here
mine,
at the
it's
same
gonna,
time.
it'll be 80s country
I
because
think-
my wife is a country's person.
Nothing wrong with that. I love
that.
country music.
Yeah.
too.
And
So do I.
I listen to a lot of different music. That's why I was surprised.
Yeah. but
Okay, so we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
No,
No, what's the other one?
TikTok.
TikTok. I don't know.
this is ridiculous.
but-
We say the same social media platforms every week:
Anyways.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. The full episodes are available on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Video version coming there soon. I heard by end of March. It's end
Oh.
of March and it's not here. So hopefully that's going to be coming soon. And I think if my brain works correctly, everything will update. So all the video versions will go to
You think,
directly
huh?
to Apple Podcasts. So that's how
Okay.
what I hope, or we'll just have to upload them separately. But either way, they'll be available. So be sure to follow us there. Even if you listen every week, people aren't following us to make sure they're up to date on every single show. Or subscribe on YouTube. Many people have been watching more on YouTube, which is great. But we just want you to smash that subscribe button. That's what all the YouTubers say.
Okay, and listen to the playlist, and because there's some great music out there.
Yeah. So, hey, season 2, excellent. We'll catch you all on the next one.
Bye, John.
Bye.
Bye, Logan.